Imagine waking up one morning and your life savings have vanished overnight. The bank is closed, the factory where you work is shut, your father's pride gone, your mother's tears silent. This was not a movie. This was real life, and this was the Great Depression of the 1930s. Stay with me because what you're about to hear is the true, unbelievable story of how the world fell apart in the 1930s and how it changed everything forever. The 1920s in America were called the Roaring Twenties, and for good reason. There was music, there was money, and there were machines, skyscrapers and the dream of a better life. Factories were booming, cars, radios, and refrigerators were flying off shelves. And the stock market? Oh boy, it was skyrocketing. Everyone and their neighbor was buying stocks, not with real money, but with borrowed cash. It was called buying on margin, and it was like gambling in a casino with someone else's money. But just like every party, this one was about to end. It was a Thursday, October 24, 1929, known forever as Black Thursday. Panic struck the New York stock market. Investors started selling. Fast phones were ringing off the hook. By Black Tuesday, October 29, $14 billion had been wiped out. In just 5 days, more money vanished than the US spent in World War I. People were jumping from buildings, families were ruined, and the worst part, this was the only beginning. The crash hit America hard, but its tremors were global. Banks collapsed. Over 9,000 US banks failed by 1933. Imagine, in just a space of 3 years. Businesses shuttered. Unemployment soared to 25%. That's 1 in every 4 people with no job, no income, and no hope. In Germany, economic collapse opened the door for Hitler. In Canada, Britain, and Australia, depression spread like wildfire. And on American farms, crops died, land turned to dust. Families packed up everything and drove west, chasing dreams that no longer existed. It wasn't just economic, it was emotional, psychological, and human. Children quit school to help parents beg or work. Men lined up at soup kitchens that stretched for blocks. Women stitched worn-out clothes and prayed their husbands wouldn't break. There was shame, fear, silence, but there was also resilience. People shared, strangers helped strangers, neighbors cooked in communal pots, music kept hope alive, radio stories gave comfort. It was tough, but they didn't give up. In 1933, a man in a wheelchair rolled into the White House and changed everything. And that was Franklin D. Roosevelt, or FDR. He launched the New Deal, a massive rescue plan. He built roads, bridges, and jobs. Social Security was born. Banking was reformed. The government became the safety net. It wasn't perfect, but it gave people something priceless, and that was hope. Slowly by slowly, America started to breathe again. But what truly ended the Great Depression? War. World War II forced factories to reopen. Millions were drafted. Women took jobs. The economy surged through the blood and fire of global conflict. From destruction came rebirth. By the late 1940s, the Depression was over, but its scars would last forever. The Great Depression taught us that money isn't just numbers, it's trust. That greed has a price. That government must protect people, not just banks. But here's the question. Have we learned? Or are we dancing on another bubble? Think about the COVID-19 and refer it to the Great Depression. Honestly speaking, have we learned? Anyway, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Could another depression happen in our lifetime? Are we gonna survive?